Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino ranks every Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts' final mix from worst to best. Now it wouldn't be fun if we just ranked them based on strength. That's something math can do and it wouldn't surprise anybody. Instead I'll be ranking them as a list of my personal favorites based on things like their design, usefulness, accessibility, attributes, and sure, strength can factor in too. Starting from worst and working our way to best. Number worst, Kingdom Key. I mean, am I right? The Kingdom Key is iconic in a very lame and boring way. The default skin, the basic ass hoe, if you will. If this was my Keyblade, I'd have to at least bedazzle it or something. Give it some fun stickers like it's an iPhone case, or give it a cool paint job. If the Kingdom Key is the key to our survival, I think I want to take another look at Certain Doom. Number 17, Spellbinder. Given that magic blows in this game compared to Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, the Spellbinder Keyblade doesn't have much utility, especially when there are other Keyblades that enhance magic that are also way stronger physically. This is one of those Keyblades I often find myself not even bothering to acquire because who even talks to Merlin? I don't want to practice magic on your dancing furniture. I've done that once in my entire life and even my 8-year-old self was like, yeah, that was pointless. Number 16, Metal Chocobo. It's when you get it. You get it after beating Cloud in the same tournament you get the Yellow Trinity, which lets you open up the chest in the lobby to get Olympia, which is just immediately better. Metal Chocobo is a Keyblade that literally does not get used. If there were global usage rankings, I'd bet this one would be in dead last. Not only is it weaker than Olympia, it rarely deals critical blows and reduces your max MP for no reason. Having a long reach is only useful in approximately one boss fight in this game, the Trickmaster, which you've long since beaten by the time you get this Keyblade, so to summarize, Metal Chocobo is some nonsense. You want people to use it, give it 12 strength. The debuffs would balance that. Number 15, Jungle King. Is this your king? Jungle King is some garbage, but what do we expect from a keychain developed by a Neanderthal? Tarzan's like, take this, I made it from the ha, and also apeshit and twigs. You know he was keeping that in his loincloth the whole time, but it smells like balls all day long. Number 14, Wishing Star. The Wishing Star is acquired after rescuing Pinocchio and Geppetto from the bowels of Monstro, and then ransacking their new house. I don't remember if it's a reward they give you, or if you're just like, alright, I'm taking this, you're welcome. It's a 5-strength Keyblade that has a short reach, but always finishes a combo with a powerful critical blow, because it's not about the size, it's about how you use it. I'm working with more of a Metal Chocobo myself. You'll be impressed until you're disappointed. This Keyblade doesn't matter. You've got better ones by the time it comes around. Number 13, Crab Claw. No Sebastians were harmed in the making of this Keyblade. They should just attach him to the blade instead and have him make sound effects when you swing him around. Take that! This is it! Kiss the girl! Or whatever. Crab Claw is decent when you get it. Sort of a lateral move from 3 wishes with the 1 extra MP. My biggest problem with it is that it reminds me of how awful underwater combat is in Atlantica. Number 12, Fairy Harp. The biggest thing holding the Fairy Harp back from greatness is that it's the kind of Keyblade you walk around with and people will cross the street to make fun of you. Its blade edge is a fluty wind instrument made of bamboo. Who's that hurting? Pandas? Maybe if Peter Pan grew up, he'd learn how to make a real keychain. Number 11, 3 Wishes. This Keyblade would be top tier if it could actually grant 3 wishes. The first thing I'd wish for is for it to be a different, better Keyblade, and my next 2 wishes wouldn't work because I should have used my first wish as my 3rd wish. 3 Wishes is a powerful weapon that is difficult to deflect, meaning if you guard an attack, Sora won't stagger backwards like he got hit by a truck, and will actually be able to counterattack if you have the ability to counterattack. It's a staple Keyblade for where you're at in the game. Pretty much everyone uses it for at least one world. Number 10, Diamond Dust. After you defeat the Ice Titan, he cuts off his dong and lets you swing it around. It's very magical, raising your MP by 3, the most of any Keyblade, but it's got the weakest physical strength alongside the Kingdom Key, so it's really only good against the Phantom and for farming Serenity powers from the giant toadstool in Deep Jungle. At least it's got its own niche. I don't have much attachment to the newer Final Mix Keyblades since they're kind of fan-servicey, but Diamond Dust makes my nipples hard and poke through my t-shirt, so that's not nothing. Number 9, Pumpkinhead. Too spooky for me. Pumpkinhead is a long black Keyblade that can sometimes deal a string of critical blows, ladies. I generally default to this one until I can get Olympia. It's winning the aesthetic department and keeping my foes at bay. Number 8, One-Winged Angel. I'm told that One-Winged Angel actually rivals the Ultima Weapon in power because its crits are so strong. With a bunch of critical pluses, you'll be critting constantly, but like, You get it from Sephiroth, so it's fun to use it to beat up Cloud. It's also got a neat flame effect with every swing, which makes you feel like you're burning people, even though they take no burn damage and you're just fooling yourself, you hapless idiot. Whoa, got him. Number 7, Lady Luck. Spellbinder, but almost twice as strong. Lady Luck does not in fact improve your luck, but it does let the world know you're looking for love in all the right places by spreading it around all the enemies you kill. It's thematic because it's unlocked from a white trinity, which means you can't access its love until you and 2 friends all gingerly touch tips in a 3-way embrace. Number 6, Oblivion. Oblivion is definitely one of the nicest looking Keyblades in this game, but since Divine Rose got buffed in the final mix, it has become pretty much obsolete with its 11 strength and -1 MP. That means it's being carried hard for me by how cool it is. The aesthetic, the blade tip, Oblivion is a badass Keyblade there is unfortunately no point in using. Number 5, Lionheart. Was Lionheart always this good? 10 strength and an additional 1 MP is a very solid Keyblade indeed. Although it also doesn't get acquired until after Divine Rose, so there's like 4 Keyblades in this game that got neutered by that buff, which is a shame, because Lionheart is another super cool Keyblade. I know I said reach doesn't matter in this game, but from a visual standpoint, I like the blades to not look like stubby little chodes, and Lionheart's got a fully engorged, long, stiff body. Oh yeah, this is what you want showing up to your photo shoot. Number 4, Ultima Weapon. What? The Ultima Weapon at number 4? Huh? What? Say that again? The Ultima Weapon is associated with the biggest change I don't like from the original Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Adding all those secret world Heartless and making synthesis 10 times more annoying. OG KH did not have stone synthesis items. It did not have Fury Stones or Mithril Stones. It did not have Dark Matter. It did not have Serenity Powers. It did not have these godforsaken gimmick bullshit Heartless in every world that you can't even do half of without having endgame stats or abilities. It used to be the worst you needed to do to get the Ultima Weapon was grind white mushrooms for mystery goo, otherwise you just needed a small assortment of gems and a few gales from the end of the world. Boy, those were the days. Now the Ultima Weapon takes double-digit hours to grind for, especially when you consider how much longer it takes to even unlock as an option. And it's frankly not worth it when there are also other Keyblades out there now with comparable strength. Number 3, Olympia. Olympia got a minor buff of 1 extra point of strength in Final Mix to become one of the most lastingly useful Keyblades in the whole game. I always use Olympia to fight Riku and Hollow Bastion. The easy deflection just lets me spam my way through his attacks. Olympia is the Keyblade of a true hero, no matter what Phil says. Number 2, Divine Rose. I have no idea why they thought this Keyblade needed 3 extra strength points, bringing the total to 13, just 1 less than the Ultima Weapon. The Divine Rose is simply the most go-to Keyblade, period. It requires no hassle to unlock, it's useful for the rest of the game, it's a powerful weapon that is difficult to deflect, and it does strings of critical blows. Screw Ultima, Divine Rose can be your Ultima. Big things come in small packages. Number 1, Oathkeeper. It's the symbolism. Oathkeeper is a representation of your oath to Kairi, your utilization of her lucky charm, and a promise to eventually return it to her. Then in Chain of Memories, you break that promise in like the worst possible way, not only forgetting it, but forgetting Kairi herself. Like, wow, Kairi, you deserve better. Imagine you give someone a memento and they turn around and literally forget you exist, and then associate their promise with another woman. Geez, Sora, why don't you just call out Naminé's name during sex? Oathkeeper is the most meaningful Keyblade in the game and appears in every main entry in the franchise, so even though it's not that strong, it still gets top billing from me. And that's gonna do it for this Keyblade ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I will see you guys next time.